So quite recently I've learned a bent arm press to handstand, and I'm very fucking proud of it because I'm 90 kg in weight, 92 actually when I did it first time, and 187 centimeters tall. And in this video I will just do everything I can to help you also achieve that skill. I've tried a lot of different approaches, a lot of different progression methods, a lot of different exercises, and basically in this video I will share with you only what works and what worked for me. If you're wondering what I'm sitting on, it's actually a parkour vault obstacle that I've built myself to train parkour. I have a few clips I can show you. Nothing special, nothing impressive, but So the first step is prerequisites. You must have some basic strength to start learning that skill. Because if you're just starting out with training in general and don't have pretty much any strength, you'll have a very hard time training for that skill because it will take you just a lot longer than someone who already have a good base, you know? So what you need to be able to do is at least 3 pike push-ups with a perfect form. And when I say perfect form, I mean really nice lean forward, really nice protraction with your shoulder blades. What else? Nice straight legs, completely straight knees, and a nice pike in your hips. And also like kinda 90-degree angle in your elbows. So yeah, that's a lot of it. You must record yourself to check if you nail every single one of these requirements, because only if you do your pike push-ups with such form you target your front delts, which is the main muscle that's gonna push you upwards in the press to handstand. Another thing is at least 20 seconds handstand in front of a wall. 20 seconds is not a lot. My mom could probably do that, so just some basic strength in your shoulders and in your traps, you know. And besides that, you also need 2 resistance bands, the red one and the black one. I don't have them here right now, but I will just show you a picture how it looks. It will just really help you to achieve calisthenics skills, because with a resistance band you can do many exercises that directly imitate the motion of a calisthenics skill, thus making it a lot more easy. And obviously, if you want to learn a calisthenics skill, you will learn it the quickest if you train the exact same muscle groups and the exact same muscle parts as in the original skill. So using resistance bands really helps with that, and you will see in a minute how you will be implementing it. The first type of exercise will be imitating the motion of the bent arms press to handstand. So as I said before, using resistance bands will really help with that, because you can literally mount your resistance band on the pull-up bar, then wrap it around your waist and just start doing presses to handstand. At first you want to be doing only the first portion of the movement, so without extending your arms, because that will probably be too difficult for you, and you also want to really learn that technique of that skill and build that muscle memory, you know. So after you progress from black band to a red band, then you will start incorporating actually a full press to handstand with extending your arms, and basically just really focus on your technique. Try to learn it as best as you can. Every rep must be as controlled as possible, and that should really help you to develop that muscle memory and just the general skill of pushing your body to a handstand. The next type of exercise will be just building the strength, because you need a lot of fucking strength to press yourself to a handstand, and we will be doing it by doing pike push-ups, the exact one I told you about before. Then if pike push-ups will get too easy, you will elevate your feet like 2 or 3 feet on a bench or something, and you will basically do the exact same exercise, but it will be more difficult since a lot more of your weight will actually be pressed on your arms. From that exercise you will progress to negative handstand push-ups in front of a wall. It is a pretty tiring exercise because after every single rep you have to keep up to a handstand, but it really gives you that superior strength in your delts, and I'm talking from my experience. The wall handstand negative push-ups were a game changer for me. And the last exercise will be just wall full handstand push-ups, but at this point you should be able to do at least 1 press to handstand, full one with no bands. So, you know, don't get discouraged by so many progressions. I myself can do a pretty nice clean press to handstand and I can do barely 2 full push-ups in front of a wall. So yeah, that's how it works. I've heard that the press to handstand is actually easier than your normal handstand push-up, even in front of a wall, because when you do your press to handstand, you can actually use like a bit of momentum to just boost your legs upwards, and they like help you to free up a bit of weight from your body. Yeah, I will just show you a video and you can actually see that it kind of makes sense. So that's it for the exercises. Now we're gonna go to the programming aspect. Okay, so now I will tell you how you are gonna progress with your workouts. You will work out twice per week, so you have 2 days of rest and then 3 days of rest. Each workout will be pretty much exactly the same, and the first exercise you're gonna be doing will be basically imitating the motion of press to handstand when you have the most strength at the beginning of your workouts. So you will be doing these presses with an adequate band. You will use exactly the progression method you see on the screen right now, so you can either take a screenshot or just write it down. And you're gonna step up the progression with every single workout. And when you get to 5 sets of 5 reps, you're gonna basically increase the difficulty of an exercise or take a different progression and start again from 3 sets of 3 reps. So for the second exercise, you're gonna be building strength. So these will be the exercises I told you about earlier. So pike push-ups, elevated pike push-ups, wall negative handstand push-ups and wall handstand push-ups. Just take an adequate progression for your level and do exactly the same thing. 3 sets of 3 reps, progress up to 5 sets of 5 reps, and then step up the progression. Start again from 3 sets of 3 reps. If you want to do any more exercises besides these 2, you can, but you should be really careful with the volume, because it's pretty easy to do too much, especially if the sets you do already are very high intensity. So you can experiment with doing dips, for example, or push-ups, normal push-ups. But as I said, be careful with the volume, and if you see that you don't progress 2 workouts in a row, that means that something is wrong. When it comes to hitting muscular failure with each set, I honestly think you can do that. There is nothing wrong with hitting muscular failure, it just means that you're gonna perform a bit worse on the another set you're gonna do. So you can easily approach muscular failure, but if on your next set you are incapable of performing the exercise with the same number of reps with a good form, that just means you are too weak and you have to, go to the previous progression. And the most important thing is to journal your workouts. You must take a notebook or a phone, or I really recommend you the notebook, because you see everything, you can write whatever, wherever you want. It's just very convenient for me having a small notebook. I can show you how mine looks. It's basically something like that. I write the number of reps, number of sets, the fatigue I felt, and some additional notes to that. So yeah, if you want, give this method a try, see if it works for you. Write a comment if it does, write a comment if it doesn't. And yeah, just don't be afraid to experiment, Wait, you're still here? Damn, you really want that press to handstand, don't you? Okay, some potential problems you might encounter along the way. For example, you can do 5 sets of 5 reps, presses to handstand, full extended arms with a red band, but you can't do even 1 with no band. So what should you do then? At that point, I will just really focus on my technique with the red band presses to handstand, just knees together, nice lean forward, nice protraction, all that shit. Record yourself to see if your technique is really perfect, and just try to control 100% control in every single rep. And if you can do 5 sets of 5 of these, there is no way you won't be able to do at least 1 crappy press to handstand, Another problem you might have is just not progressing. So if you find yourself not progressing from a workout to workout, it can sometimes happen, you can gain a bit of water in your body or some other shit. But if you don't progress 2 workouts in a row, there is a problem. And it's either with your diet, you must get at least 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight, so that's half a gram per kilogram of your body weight. Besides protein, you shouldn't really care that much about your diet. The protein is just the most important, but probably if you keep it relatively clean, it will give you some better progress. But I'm not a diet expert, so I'm not sure about that. I just know that the protein is crucial to your recovery. The second thing is sleep. You must get at least 7 hours of sleep per night. You could do 6 hours, but then you must really focus on sleep quality. So you can't wake up in the middle of the night, you must have eye mask on, blue light blocking glasses and all that shit. I would just focus on these 7 hours, you know. And the third thing that might be messing up your progress is not doing enough volume or doing too much volume. So basically you have to listen to your body with that one. You must try to feel if your body feels overtrained or undertrained. And based on that, try to experiment with doing less sets in your workouts or doing more sets in your workouts. Just really try to find that perfect spot and the amount of volume that lets you progress the quickest. If you encounter any other problems, please write down below in the comments. I will do my best to help you achieve that skill, because I just know how fucking cool it looks and how much you can learn that if you watched till this part of this video. And yeah, I hope you got some value.